welcome to Facebook Friday.
Yes.
We're here again.
I cannot believe it's Friday already. My goodness, where did the week go?
We had actually a very busy week.
We did, yes, we did.
All sorts of wonderful things happened.
Yeah.
What wonderful things happen in your world? Because I never talk to Lisa.
We're always so busy. Let's see. I managed to get 2 layouts completely done.
We call them layouts.
We call them layouts, which
What's
are
a layout?
patterns, instructions for 2 creative designs, which were stitch-along patterns.
And we're going to show them to you in a minute, the ones that are new now.
That's right, exactly. And then I started working on a pattern that we're going to be releasing in September.
Actually, are we releasing a number of patterns? Because I get confused. Good morning, Wanda, Loretta.
Hi, Wanda. Well, I think we'll be releasing 2 at least.
In September?
In September.
2 new ones? Are they new, or are they old new?
One will be new.
Okay.
Except for it was taught at the retreat last
fall.
So for us,
we've seen it before.
Yeah, that's right.
What, 30 people have seen it?
Yes.
No, 36 people have seen it.
Have seen it.
And done it and have it.
That's right, exactly. And then the other pattern is from 2 ornaments that were in a Just Cross Stitch magazine several years ago.
Oh, good. So we get to release those.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Hi, Viv.
Hi, Viv.
Sylvie,
yeah. Thank God it's Friday, right.
And Donna Granger. Cloudy and cold. It's actually cool here too.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, I don't know about where you are in Berkeley, Donna, but we usually have a little bit warm here at this time of year.
Yes.
And then we're back to springtime weather or fall weather.
Well, no, I would say spring, but it's supposed to get, be thankful it's cool because apparently by Sunday it's not going to be.
I don't do well in the really hot weather, so I hope that this isn't going to be like 30 centigrade.
How about 28?
28 Celsius?
That's what I heard.
Oh, no, that's in Port Alberni where you come from.
No, it said that according to the weather guy on our local news last night, that's what he was saying.
Oh, but they're always wrong.
Well,
just look on your app. Your app knows best.
Your app knows best.
Kathy Bird is here. Mary Widrowitz, Tammy Thompson, Heather Hopkins. My goodness, Kathleen, Loretta, is already here. Spooky Stitches. She loves that class. And actually, I don't think it's called Spooky Stitches.
Yeah, Scary Stitches.
But that's good, though.
Yeah.
That's a really good alternative name. Carol's in sunny and hot Florida.
Yeah.
Is that a surprise?
Yes. And humid Atlanta. So mid-90s.
Oh, my goodness.
That's really hot.
Yeah, no.
I guess we get that on our hottest day.
No. Florida is hot.
Yeah.
And probably Jean says it's hot and cloudy and humid, but it's probably warm.
Yes, and I mean Viv said 90s, mid-90s. Yeah. Exactly, we cringe.
I guess you get used to your own temperatures though, because you guys probably all have your air conditioner.
Absolutely.
Which will, make things a little less humid inside anyway, so you can kind of be comfortable.
That's right.
Because I remember being in Florida a few times to teach at, what's it called? Stitching Under the Oaks.
Yes.
And that was wonderful. And actually, when we were inside, it wasn't really, I didn't notice it.
Yes.
But the minute you walk outside, it's like a wall
that's
of
right.
heat and humidity.
Absolutely.
And just not used to it.
Yeah.
Not at all. Kathleen is cooled down to 82.
82.
Trisha, you're late. We can't have that.
Yeah. Donna, 57 degrees is cool. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's definitely cool. Actually, Celsius, what's that? That's probably in the low, like 14 or something.
Yeah. That's right.
22 here is really nice and comfortable.
Absolutely.
And isn't that 72 Fahrenheit?
Yes, thereabout.
21, 22. Loretta said it's been really humid here in the 90s again. Oh my goodness. Daisy, good morning. Jennifer Nardiello, nice breeze here in Florida off the oak. Oh, well, that's good. And Jennifer, are you doing another Stitching Under the Oaks this year, or is that off the books? I bet it is.
I bet it is, yes.
Louise Fossa, hello, all comfortable in Niagara Falls today. In the falls.
Yes.
You're in the falls. Oh, no, Niagara Falls is a town too, right?
But
Or
is
is
it
Niagara
is
a
not
town?
is it Niagara Falls, Canada, or Niagara Falls, New York?
That's right. And is it a town? Or are
Yeah.
you right? Like, are you wet? Sandy Verbitsky, hello this morning. I'm so glad you're
Yeah.
here. Can't hear on my phone. We'll watch
Uh,
replay. Okay, well, you have a wonderful weekend too. But you can't hear me.
that's right.
But that's
Yeah.
okay. Kathy says hi. Beverly says hi.
From humid Texas. Yes,
Oh my,
it can be humid down there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Norma is here, and
Oh
Sandy Verbitsky says it's 90s there. So that looks like
wow.
about the same, doesn't it? And Jennifer says it was canceled, but you had it
Yeah.
organized, right, Jennifer, in Florida? That's too bad. We actually, luckily, canceled ours last year. We both thought that we had done one in the fall of
Yeah. Last year.
2019,
Yes.
and we thought, well, let's not do it until the following year. And we wanted to
Absolutely.
do it in the spring. So far, that's worked out well for us because we haven't had to cancel anybody.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. On the other hand, it's not a very good reason to say thank goodness, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Sorry
No.
about that.
Yeah.
Louise says it's New York State in the city of Niagara Falls.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so
Yep.
you're American because we really think of Niagara Falls as
It's
Canadian.
Canadian.
We're kind of,
Yeah. Partial. Yeah.
prejudiced.
Yeah.
Sarah Campbell, hi there. It's wicked hot. I love that word.
Yeah.
Do you know, Sarah, Sue Donnelly always calls things wicked.
Yeah.
And she'll say, it's wicked this or wicked that. I think, is it an Eastern expression?
Oh, it could be.
Because I
Yeah.
haven't heard it too often. And I think it's a really cool one. Anyway, we have, when I'm thinking about what we were going to be talking about, I haven't actually spent any time asking any questions of any of you. And you know
Good
what's
idea.
really a good idea too is
Mhm.
to ask us questions. Because sometimes we come and we say hello to you and we're just full of news and we have
Yeah.
so many things. But this morning, I was walking around this morning thinking, what can we, like when you're a guest at a party and you go to a party and you think, I don't have anything to talk about.
Yeah.
My life is
Yeah.
so boring. And, it's probably not boring for you guys to hear about our lives, but we don't always know what you like to hear. So if you have a question or some idea. Oh, there's Sue. She's even here. She says a very New England expression.
Okay.
Wicked hot, wicked this and that. And Deb Summerlot is on Twitter saying hello with a little @ sign, which probably means that you want to. No, that's the wrong way around. The @ sign comes first, right?
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Cheryl says good afternoon. Yep, wicked used all over New England. Well, I'm really glad to hear that because I've not heard it before, and I thought maybe I was just just not educated.
Yeah. Not in the in group.
Not in the in group, exactly. Anyway, so Jennifer has a question. Yay! See, we love questions. Thank you.
Oh.
Who did the beautiful job of hanging? Aw,
You did.
I did. I did the beautiful job of hanging everything behind me. You know what does happen though? Because we live in a house, we work in the lower part of my house, and the house isn't built with cement everywhere. It is on slab, but it isn't like the walls aren't cement. It's all wood, right? So then when we close the door or we close the doors to the office from upstairs where I live, and then we come down, every time we open or close the door, it kind of slams a little bit.
And all the pictures are shifted.
And they shift and they shift and they shift. Like the wall that's behind you guys is over there. That wall has also got a lot of things, and they're all like this.
Yeah.
And that wall over there has got things like that.
Exactly. All the walls in the room actually have pictures on them. So every once in a while, I kind of go around and try to straighten them, but it's hard to keep up.
Exactly. So thank you for saying they're beautiful.
Absolutely.
Sue, yes, I'm sorry, but yes, I thought that you were wicked weird. No, don't be silly. I just love that expression. It always makes me think of you.
And Sylvie asks a question. Do we have any new videos to be uploaded on YouTube for hard hanger finishing? No, we don't.
Okay, so what's really important? This is a really good question,
Absolutely,
Sylvie.
it is.
You know what's really cool is I'm going to start. Remember I talked about a poll yesterday, or was it the day before? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's sometime this week. How about that?
Talked about putting a poll in, not for, actually, we have to put 2 polls in.
We do, yes.
And they can't be like, oh, I'll choose A or B, because then we have to come up with the ideas.
Yes.
We want you guys to come
That's
up with
right.
ideas. Okay. So there's ideas for videos,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yes.
it would be really good to know which videos you find missing.
Yes.
Because we don't mind doing them. In fact, Lisa is just about to start doing a whole bunch of things on video.
Exactly. But they might not be on the YouTube channel.
Yes, there'll be some on the YouTube
Okay.
channel, some
Yeah.
not, some
not.
will.
Some will. Yeah.
Yeah. And what I was hoping for is in the poll, we will ask 2 questions, actually 2 questions, 2 separate polls.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, because otherwise, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the questions would be what videos, and then anybody can just put in anything. And by the way, you can then go back and change your answer.
Yes.
So you can
Yeah.
add more stuff if you think of it. And then the other one is which patterns of ours, whether they're mine or Kathy Jean's or Linda's, would you like to see as a PDF? Now, don't say all of them.
Yes. Can't do all of them at one time.
Because the thing is that what we need is, we need about 2 or 3 or 4 to 5 a week so that they can be done. It takes time to do them all.
Absolutely.
So let us know in both polls which videos and which patterns get turned into and are being can be made into PDFs. Because if you don't tell us, we don't know what's the priority.
Yeah. I'll just pick
That's
what
right.
I want.
That's right. Speaking of which, we have picked for this week.
Yes.
And which ones are the ones that we've turned into PDFs?
PDFs. Do
Yes.
you want me to start?
Yeah.
The first one is one of Kathy Jean's, and it's called Stitch Witch.
And I think some of you have probably seen or even have stitched this one. It's so cute.
It's so cute.
It's only about this big, I think, in real life, right?
Exactly, yes.
I just wanted to say one thing about this, is that almost all of Kathy Jean's will not have ACT packs.
Yes.
So you can get this one as a PDF and you can stitch it in the future with your own threads or with the threads that are suggested on the pattern itself.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's one.
That's one. And then the other one is Fatback Cap.
And this one was requested.
Yes.
I listened, put it down on my little list.
Exactly.
But I don't have any more on my list, so I needed to think
you
of one myself.
So those are 2 of the ones that have been turned into PDFs.
Yes. And in your weekend mail out, you will definitely get the full list, and you will get 10% off those.
Yes.
Those ones that have turned into PDFs, you will have a 10% off sale. And so I think the other one was one of Linda's, Summer Welcome.
Oh, Summer Welcome. Yes, that was the other one. And I don't have that pattern with me right now. But
oh, Sylvie's got to run. Can't wait to see the polls. Okay, bye. And Sarah says, I can attest that I'm wicked weird. She wants to be wicked weird too. Obviously, the 2 of you are in cahoots in Wicked Land. Reply to Sarah, I can confirm that. Brenda says hello. Oh, you already said that, didn't you? To say hello to Brenda.
Yeah.
And Kathy James says Hardanger would be on the top of her list.
Exactly. Well, there are some Hardanger videos already on YouTube.
Yes, what we really need to know, not just Hardanger, because Hardanger, like, there are so many different Hardanger stitches. There's so many different ways of preparing for Hardanger. So we need something much more specific than just the word Hardanger. It's like saying, well, we'd like cross stitch on the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
What part of cross stitch or
what Hardanger stitches are you interested in seeing videos for?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What stitches or I think they're called
filling
stitches.
Yeah.
Or even like there's cluster blocks, there's cutting, there's a whole slew of stuff, right?
Yeah, there is.
In the meantime, Kathy James and I'm just reading all of them as I have a question. Oh, good. Well, that's the second question. Okay, so and in the meantime, don't forget we have the Introduction to Hardanger on our academy.
Absolutely.
And we know that it is a paid course, but remember, we also have to put food on our table. Okay,
Yes.
we can't give away everything on our YouTube channel
Yes.
for free. It's just not possible. So
Yeah.
we have this wonderful course that is really explains everything to anybody who's never done Hardanger.
For Hardanger, absolutely.
And it's just the introduction part. It's
Yes.
like the beginning.
The beginning. Yeah.
And it really is good. And it includes the pattern as a PDF, but it's a pattern so you can get started right away with your own materials.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even get some pearl cotton from us. I don't think we have any linen just for linen.
We don't. No.
And is the Introduction to Hardanger student kit still available? Do you know?
I believe they are.
Yes. Oh, good.
Yes.
So there is also a student kit that you can take along with the course.
That's
and
right.
So you can buy that as well. But the pattern is already in the course. So
yeah.
I think that it would be probably better if you get your materials separately, unless you just don't have access to that kind of material. Then the student kit is a good deal.
Would be a good deal, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Deb, you are right about picots. Yeah. It would be great to see. And I think that is going to be on the top of our list.
Yes, but we still have to do all the videos for level 5, which
does include a picot.
Does include a picot, absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Sue Donnelly has a question. I have several completed Victoria Sampler designs that I need to add fabric in back of the Hardanger sections. How do you do yours? That is on YouTube. That I know. There are finishing things on YouTube, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Usually I make a template of the Hardanger area because it's not always square. And then once I photocopy that, I cut that paper template out. And then I use that template to cut my contrasting fabric. And then normally if it's a wall hanging, I've got basting lines around the outside of it. And I measure that to cut my piece of iron-on interfacing. And then I put my contrasting fabric behind any open section, put the interfacing across the whole design area, and then iron it in place.
I think that the interfacing, which is iron-on, glues it down around the outside of that little piece of contrasting fabric. So in the back you have like a sandwich, you have the stitched part, then there's a little bit of
contrasting fabric. Yeah.
There's open work in the stitched piece, so you can see right through it. And then you cut this little piece of fabric to just go around where the cluster blocks are,
absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
So you put that in, and then you sandwich that in with the interfacing and iron.
Yeah.
Isn't that good? Are my hands just like, they just explain it all?
This is my iron right here. It's a fist.
Anyway, I hope that helps. But truly, go and look on YouTube because we have left, I think, at least 8 or 10 courses.
Exactly.
That were classes that also included finishing.
Yeah.
And at least there must be one there, that one of the finishing videos that will show you this interfacing trick.
I think if you look at Mystic Christmas
or
the Thanksgiving sampler, both would have how to do that for those samplers.
And you know those, Sue, because I taught them at your stitching retreat for a Stitcher's Hideaway. I taught both of those there.
That's right, absolutely.
So you know those. Yep. So go on YouTube and look for Mystic Christmas and the Thanksgiving Sampler finishing videos, because they're usually at the end if you're looking at the whole course.
And even in the leaflet itself, it should show you that as well.
But that is a really good question. Yes. Thank you. Deb says Pico are her nemesis. Just so you know, there are nemesis too, Deb. It's not fair. We will, though. That's good. And don't forget to put that in the poll, okay? Because otherwise, it's not going to get recorded because I'm going to forget today.
Exactly. Now, Jennifer also had a question. And Jennifer's question was, if not on YouTube, where? And so...
We don't do Instagram either.
We don't do Instagram. No idea about Instagram. Or
we will one day. We'll have to catch up with all the young people, the young folk.
Exactly. But if they're not on YouTube, then they're in our VS Academy.
Exactly. That's what we put it there for, so that people can learn in a more classroom-oriented place. So, because the YouTube videos can sometimes get really confusing.
Absolutely.
So we took the time, the trouble, paid for a platform that is a teaching platform, and that is an actual separate part but connected to the Victoria Sampler website,
Yes.
the new website.
Yes.
So if you register for a course on our website, you'll be going to the Academy itself.
Absolutely.
And up in the upper part of our menu, it says the word Academy. That will give you a link to the Academy itself. If you're already a member, you can just go there and have a look at the ones you're registered for.
Yes.
But you'll have to re-register for any you did not register for
That's right.
last year
Yes.
when everyone was allowed in free.
Yes.
You're in,
Yeah.
but you need to still register for any courses
Any
now.
new courses.
Yeah, we did that at the beginning just to get everything
Yes.
going. Wanda says, she has a question. While I have stitched many of your patterns, she still struggles knowing where to start the hardanger on the pattern, so I don't have to stop and start. I think we have to stop and start.
Yeah, I mean, that's, before I even start, I kind of jot out my pattern first. And you can use a red pen and kind of, photocopy it, and then take your red pen and kind of make your own path.
Right, with arrows.
With arrows.
All the way along. I used to do this for other people because it was something that people couldn't visualize.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you've done a lot of hardanger, it makes it easier. First of all, practice so that you learn. The other thing is I don't usually do any less than 1 yard lengths of whatever I'm working with, whether it's 8 or 12. You?
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
No. 1 yard is about the most.
Yeah, and it's also, I don't use any less than that either. I just want this thread to keep going.
Yeah.
The people who are real hardangerists will say, no, stick to, 20 inches. And I go 36 inches, and it's okay with me if it gets a little frayed. I won't be able to see it. So, the thing is, though, that with any of those kinds of paths that you're talking about, which is a really good idea for a video that shows how to make a path.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Don't forget to put it in the poll. As far as actually starting and continuing, you have to learn how to end. And if you're not comfortable with ending and starting again, then you kind of feel like, oh, now I have to end and start again. What a pain, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas really, you just end and start again, just like any other stitching.
That's right. You just, you can run the thread underneath some wrapping or some weaving, and wrapping is usually better to run it under. But there are ways to stop and start new threads.
The thing is that stopping and starting new threads might be the actual video.
Absolutely.
Stopping and starting threads, both for cluster blocks and for weaving.
Mm-hmm.
And there are paths that you take for like the more complicated filling stitches. And those are coming in videos for the Victoria Sampler website. Because I've got that to go. That's the next procedure.
But even in the Introduction to Hardanger course that we have in the Academy, does kind of show you where to start and finish, and a path that should be taken for needle weaving. Now, what's really funny is you had one path, and I had decided to do another path. So there's usually more than one path you can take.
That's a really good point.
Yes.
There isn't just one path.
That's right.
I find it's really funny. You start on your left usually.
Quite often, but I'm right-handed. So
with most stitches, you start on your left.
Yeah.
Whether it's hardanger or the herringbone or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
And I mostly start on the right, including for cross stitches.
Yes.
And I don't know where I started doing why, but I just find that when I'm working from the right and I'm turning to the left, I find that I can see my path more clearly because I'm right-handed. If I were left-handed, I'd probably, go along in front of my nose the other way. But whichever way you start, you have to have some kind of an idea how you're going to end up.
Yes.
So that you're outside the woven area.
That's right.
With your number 12 Pro Cotton. Those are the hardest.
Yep.
We aren't actually explaining very well.
No, we aren't.
Because we have no show and tell right here.
That's right.
But put it on the poll. Thank you, Wanda.
Yeah.
That's a really good question. And Patty says, hi. Kathy James, thank you. And don't forget to put it on. Patty says, ladies. Oh, you didn't spell it right. That's okay. Serena says, good morning, ladies. Hot out here in Pennsylvania. I like the poll process. Good.
Yeah.
Just thought about that the other day, and I thought, how can I get some answers?
Yep. Well, it looks like Pico's are definitely one of them.
Up at the top, Picos.
I avoid. Brenda, however, loves doing them. So yeah.
Brenda, can you please send me a video of how you do your Picos? That's really funny.
Oh, hi, Kim. Thank you for joining us, watching for the first time. Welcome.
Welcome
Yeah.
is right. I'm so glad you're here for the first time. That's great. I don't know where you're from, so you might just say what if
Absolutely,
you're in
where
there.
you are.
Yeah, so your state, or you don't have to give us
Yeah.
your exact address.
No, we don't. That's not necessary.
Not at all. We just like to kind of place you, orient you
Yeah.
around the world. Cheryl says Edelweiss stitch would be very helpful video. Yes.
Yes.
And that is
Yep.
coming in the academy.
That's right. That'll be a level 6.
Yep, that's right. Because that's in our Beyond Cross Stitch, and those are the ones that are going to be in the academy. But thank you. That's excellent. Sue says, please remind me which side of the interfacing you iron on. One is kind of bumpy.
The bumpy side should be facing the stitching.
There you go.
Because that's usually the adhesive side. So you don't want to iron on the adhesive side because your iron will be destroyed.
You know what I would recommend if you have an old iron? Try that first with a drop, with a, what do you call it, cloth?
Actually, yeah, I always put a press cloth before I put my iron down on anything. Just for that reason, just in case I flip my interfacing and I've got the adhesive side facing me. So
then it's just on your drop cloth, or your,
it's just
what do you
on
call
on
it?
the
Press
cloth, the press cloth. Yeah.
Anyway, good question. Norma says, in Hardanger, I always have difficulty deciding the direction to take when I'm working the filling stitches. A video would be really helpful. We're looking forward to making those.
Yep.
Those are so good. You
Absolutely.
guys are such good, questioning and commenting.
Yep.
Thank you, Norma.
Hi, Dory. Good to
Sunny
see you.
and 81 degrees for Dory Davis.
That's a little warm.
Dory, you're going to stay there forever? Is this your new adopted country? We keep thinking, okay, one day she
Dory's
may
coming
come
back
to Idaho.
to North America.
But so far, you're just loving it there. And it's just lovely to see some of your posts on your Facebook
Absolutely.
page. That beautiful architecture. I know you guys love to go around looking at everything. It does make such a difference to know that you are from there. It must make you feel
Yes.
really good to kind of connect with your forebears, really.
That's true.
Did you find any
Yeah.
relatives over there yet?
Yeah.
I wonder if there are any relatives
Absolutely.
that you
Good
met.
idea.
Kathleen says, when I had the heirloom wedding sampler framed, we just put a piece of mat board under the whole design.
Okay.
It was the same mat board that we used for the matting. It was an off-white. The whole thing looked great.
Yes.
Different
Absolutely.
with framing.
And with finishing it as a wall hanging.
If you're working
Yeah.
with material, then you put the cloth behind.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Although you could put the cloth behind for framing.
You could.
But you don't get the
could.
good stretch that
No,
way.
you don't. No.
Because it's all
Yeah.
glued into
Yeah.
place. So we really recommend that you get your framer to put some piece of mat board underneath.
Exactly. And our framer actually puts the colored mat board inset into what they're stretching the piece on, so it's not colored through the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. Because the mat board that we use are, of course, all
Yes. Acid free.
acid free. And I love the fact that you use the same mat board as any part of the framing, which is awesome. But we really have noticed that as soon as you put a darker color behind the whole piece,
Mm-hmm. It
because
distorts the color
Yeah.
of the stitching itself.
and of the linen, right?
Of the linen.
Because
Yes.
the linen is this porous kind of material. So
Mhm.
you're going to, if you put brown behind the linen, then you see the linen, instead of looking creamy, it'll look browny creamy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't like that so much.
Yeah.
We like to stretch on white,
Absolutely.
no matter
Yes.
what the
Yeah.
color of the linen is. I love stretching on white. It gives it that brightness.
That's right. It makes the fabric and the stitching part pop out.
Exactly. That pops it out. Occasionally we won't do that, but really
Yeah.
most of the time on white. However, our framer has this incredible mat cutting
Absolutely.
capability, mat machine, I'm not sure. And what he or she does is they take a section out of that they feel will be just about the same
Yes.
size as the open area, and then they'll replace it with another mat that's colored.
Yeah.
That's how we do our
Yes.
framing part. And thank God that they can do that. 'Cause
Absolutely.
we love
Yes.
that part.
It costs a bit more, but that's
Yes.
Yeah.
But they have to be kind of capable
Absolutely.
of doing that. So you can ask.
Yep.
Kathleen, I can't seem to keep this feed going.
Oh,
well, I'm sorry, but
Deb.
we can't help you with that. I'm sorry. Thank you, says Wanda. Sue says, if you mean the comments, try enlarging the video to full screen. Very good suggestion. Yeah. Thanks very much for helping, Deb. And Beverly says, hi, nice to see you. Beverly Fleming. Tammy Thompson, I had to go back to the Victoria Sampler page on Facebook and click back onto the chat a bit ago for the chat feed.
Oh.
I think what might be happening is there might be some hiccups in the stream.
There could be. Yes.
We don't notice it because even though we have hiccup, we have streaming software now that actually keeps the stream going.
Yes.
It forces Facebook to let us keep going.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stop anything, which is handy for us, but it might be that you guys are finding that there's maybe a few interruptions.
Yes.
Yep. But luckily we don't interrupt anymore.
No.
Isn't that awesome? Didn't we used to do that?
We did, and we would freeze and lose the video, and that doesn't seem to be happening. So.
No, thank goodness for Petra and her boyfriend, because they taught me how to use, and they installed how to use streaming software, which really works. I had to go back to Victoria Sampler page. Okay, missed the start. What's the poll? Oh, Patty, you gotta be here. Now, anyway, we're going to put 2 polls out. One of them is, which videos would you like to see us put on Victoria Sampler YouTube channel?
Yes.
And which ones would you like us to teach in the academy?
Yeah.
And what was the other poll? Which ones turn into PDFs?
PDFs, yes.
Which
that was
of
the
our
other
patterns
would you like to see as a PDF pattern?
And we're only going to limit your answer. I think we can limit answers to about 3.
Yes.
Or maybe 5.
That's right.
So that we don't get like the word everything, please.
Yeah. Everything will be removed from the poll.
Because we can't do it all at once. We have to actually do those just 1 or 2. Or actually, we do them about 5 at a time.
Yeah.
Which we did this time as well. And I think the stop and start, you should do the buttonhole stitch. I'm seeing many having problems.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Absolutely.
And buttonhole stitch is...
Blanket stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both of those are on YouTube already.
They are.
Within the patterns.
Yes, I think they are part of the Heart a Twee set of videos.
Well, what's really interesting is that what people don't do is they don't search in YouTube correctly, which I found out how to do. So what you do is you go to the Victoria Sampler channel first.
Yes.
Or just go to YouTube and put in the words Victoria Sampler and then the stitch or the finishing, and just use 1 or 2 words for what you're really looking for, the words that we would use. And you would find, for instance, blanket stitch rather than buttonhole stitch, because that's what we call it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you put Victoria Sampler and then blanket stitch, or just even blanket, and you'll get various videos that we have created that have the word blanket in their titles.
Yes.
So I hope that helps a little bit. Try to make it, easier for you guys to search, but it's not easy, I know.
No.
That's why we started the academy.
YouTube can be a little confusing in finding videos.
Yes. I hope you managed to get back on, Deb. Kim says she's from Tampa Bay, Florida. Well, that's not too far away from Jennifer Nardiello.
Yeah.
And
good morning,
says, good morning. Aw, big, huge letters, thank you.
Yeah.
That was really good.
You're
good
welcome.
Explanations from Lisa. Lisa's going to be doing more finishing videos. I'm so excited. Becky says, I had a friend that disliked picots so much that she put a bead in instead.
Oh,
that's not easy.
No.
You're weaving and weaving and weaving, and then you put a bead in
there.
I can see it, though.
Yeah, it would look all right. I think you would still have to secure it so the bead doesn't flop.
One way or the other.
One way or the other, but it would look nice.
I think it would look really cool.
Absolutely.
Becky, I might just do that and see what it looks like next time. Deb says maybe next week. Next week, we're going to have a new computer, streaming from a new computer.
And let's hope it works.
Because we have to put the new software on and all sorts of things. So it's going to happen tomorrow. We actually put it off because today I could have brought this computer in today to have it copied over to the new computer. And then I have to learn new editing software. Oh my goodness, it's going
Too
to be
many new
another new
things.
thing.
New things, new things.
So we're going to try for
Yeah.
next week.
Yes.
Let's hope we
Yeah.
make it to Facebook Friday next week. Anyways.
Warning now.
Yeah, right. Warning. We might not make it.
It may be continued in a couple of weeks.
Oh, the software that we've had to go through, upgrades. I mean, they've been great because people have helped us so much.
Absolutely.
But I have to say, it's been tough.
It's getting tiring learning new things.
We just want things the same.
It's like, can I go back to the way it was, please?
I remember somebody saying one time, I just love change. As long as everything stays the same, it's fine. I don't mind change. Dory says, don't know when I'll return to the U.S., but I know I'm staying for the rest of this year and maybe return in the spring. Oh, you may be able to get citizenship. Oh. I think it will be easier to work on. Oh, I think that'd be really exciting because then you can always go back whenever you want. That is really fabulous, Dory. I'm going to read the rest of your note because it's fairly long and I don't want to lose track of the other comments.
Absolutely, yeah.
But hey, that's great. I'm going to go back and read that. Good for you. At least you have an idea of when you're coming back.
Yeah.
And then you can go back.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer. On your bigger screen tablet. So you must have gotten instead of a mini, did you get a regular Apple iPad or did you get I got is it a Galaxy? I got something from Samsung. It's quite a big tablet.
Probably is a Galaxy then, yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So maybe, if you were on ours, we'd think you looked extra lovely. Teddy Pat, hello.
Good afternoon, Teddy.
And replying to Kim, Jennifer Nardiello says, I'm 4.5 hours from you. Oh, that'll be a little tough for you guys to get together and do some stitching.
That's right, yeah.
4.5 hours. That's a long one. And Mary says, thanks for your advice. That's good. Well, we had a real big, fun time answering all your questions. I can't even believe it. You guys are wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you for the questions today. That's great.
Mm-hmm. And we do want to remind you that we got some things in.
We did?
I think I can take this one.
You going to take that one?
Yeah, okay. And you can say about this because that's what's important.
That's
we got these in just recently.
We got more of the beehive.
That go with this?
Scissor case.
That go with the beehive pin cushion. We still have a lot of these.
We do have quite a few of those. Yes.
I think we have at least 8.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Yep, we've got quite a few.
Yeah, and so the bumblebee
pin cushion.
You have to have the name right or you can't search for it on our website.
And see, it looks really cute when
together.
The beehive scissor holder and the bumblebee pin cushion are sitting together.
Yes.
But it kind of matches the beehive on the
pin key.
The pin key.
Yes, it's very cute. And the thing about the bumblebee pincushion also is that you can finish this, I think, really easily with your suggestions.
Absolutely.
Do we have the other one on our website, the Victorian pincushion on YouTube as a finishing video?
We might, or it's the strawberry.
Because I can't remember if we have one of these. I think Victorian pincushion could be, finishing videos could be on YouTube.
Exactly. But yes.
Is it possible?
It's similar, but it's not exactly the same.
No, this is probably another one of those ones we need to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that means I have to do another pincushion.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Another pincushion would be good.
It would be good. So this is the one that's back in stock. Yes. We're very happy. Yeah. Also, we had a lot of trouble recently getting our raw materials in.
Absolutely. There is a little bit of a delay in backpacks being available due to everybody is still trying to catch up from the
March, April,
May, and
yes.
It will come available again. It's just taken a little bit longer than what we anticipated.
Yeah, but the thing about them is that we do get them in.
Yes.
And then things that are out of stock, we get stuff in.
And then they're sold very quickly.
Really quickly. Yeah. It's unbelievable how quickly.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah. We appreciate you all. And the fact is that there are a number of things that are out of stock.
Yes.
But our leaflets are never out of stock.
That's right. Exactly.
Right? And neither are PDFs now, so as they come along. So thank goodness you can get started on those. And then we have some new things.
Yes.
Which we announced last week.
Absolutely.
Right? And those are our cottages.
Yeah.
Which is these 3 cottages are new as of last week.
Yep.
And they are for sale separately because we didn't want to put them all in one leaflet.
And they all have accessory packs with the threads in them.
Yes. And we're going to make another one so we can do the finishing videos.
Right. Yeah.
But what I do want to mention about those and any others like that is that they're in the new section of our website. Anything new should be under new in the
on the website
menu item at the top, So go look there. Oh, Jennifer's got a 10.2 iPad. Is that huge?
That's the newest one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Exciting. I'm not a Mac girl. I do have 2 iPads though.
Yes, you
I have a mini pad and a major pad. But just old, like, I don't know, 4 years ago.
Geez, my iPad now, I was thinking I bought that. It must be going on 8 years.
Yeah, I guess so. Because this is what Lisa uses her iPad to watch videos at lunchtime here in the office every single day.
It's my entertainment at lunchtime while I'm eating lunch. I can watch Netflix and escape a little bit, and
for half an hour.
That's right.
It's always so cute. The whole office is dark. Yeah, there's nobody else
there.
I
close the blind so I don't get a reflection on my screen. But I was watching action shows, and I find they disturb me too much during the day. So I have to watch, lighthearted comedies. So that's
actually, Lisa, you are quite the video, movie, TV,
absolutely
programs watching, and you watch them again.
I do. I watch them several times. Some movies I've watched. I can't say how many times I've watched.
Which one is the last one you watched? You just talked about it this morning.
I watched Funny Girl yet again. I've seen that. I don't know how many times. I could probably sing along to it, but it wouldn't be pretty. But I love Barbara Streisand and her earlier movies. So
see, and like a true movie file, she has them, in her library at home.
Absolutely.
So that she can still put in DVDs.
Exactly.
And you've got a membership to Netflix.
I've got my Netflix membership.
You downloaded from there.
I have,
It's unbelievable. You are just like, if you ask about this one actress, you'll say, oh, yes, and she was also in this movie and that movie. I think you should be like one of those people that knows all and then can like criticize movies. What do you call that? Movie reviewer.
A movie reviewer. My husband will go, that's so-and-so from, that movie. And I go, which movie? And he'll say the movie and I'll go, no, it's not. And he goes, yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No.
Obviously, Lisa wins every time because she knows. That's one thing. When you're really interested, you can remember so much.
I remember a lot, yes.
Like, she'll remember all the numbers of anything anybody buys, including what you buy.
Yeah.
Right? And not just the number of, like, dollars, the cents also, which like, baffles me. You're just really good about that kind of stuff. And
numbers make sense to me, so.
Not to me. Yeah. Thank goodness they make sense to you. And I was talking to the accountant about our year end yesterday.
Right, yes.
And I was going,
I think maybe next year I'll come in on that meeting a little bit.
I think so.
Because when you tried to explain it to me, I'm going, I don't quite get it either. So
no, because what I got was like not what she was probably trying to get at. Anyway, hilarious. Because you'd think that when you run a business, like when you've got your own business, you're supposed to know all this stuff. Thank goodness Lisa's here. Well, it looks like everyone loves the cottages.
Oh, good.
Adorable, beautiful. Love those little cottages. Thank you. Titty Pat, thank you. Love them all. All you guys are so sweet. Really appreciate it. And those little cottages have just flown out the door. What we really have noticed, too, is that the ACT packs are getting a little bit low. So we have to be careful with those.
Absolutely. But, enjoy them.
Yes, exactly.
We might want to think, I don't know if anybody is interested in this idea of the stitching fabric itself. because it's such a nice aqua.
It really is lovely.
It really is nice.
Yeah. I wonder if this kind of color, it does say in the pattern what aqua color this is.
That's right.
And it's from a brand new linen
dyer.
And I think her name is Lori, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. It is Lori.
And her fabrics are awesome.
They are beautiful.
Some of them were a little bright for us, so I've had to hold off. But these are going to be a series, so we're going to use this and continue to use this.
Absolutely. So if you're interested, let us know.
Let us know, and actually we should do a poll on what other...
True, another poll.
What other products you'd like us to carry? Like, do you want us to carry hoops or anything? Oh, by the way, our frames, we just can't carry them anymore.
Cannot carry them. Sorry.
We're really sorry. We wish we had the ability to carry more frames.
Yeah, we could maybe try and find another type of frame.
But we like the one we've got.
I know, horrible. It was, but we might have to look at trying something new.
Well, we might just decide what we're going to do eventually. Right. But right now, we're just scrambling to keep up with you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. we're trying to get on top, so it allows us free time so we can create videos.
Yes, and stitching and new designs.
That's right.
Patty says she looks at IMDb. Yeah, it's a good one. I thought it was BD. But anyway, to settle arguments about movies. And Jennifer McEwen watches Hulu all the time while cross-stitching. I guess a lot of people really like watching while stitching.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And my husband's, what are we going to watch tonight? I said, nothing new. I'm stitching.
That's true. Then you can just look up once in a while.
That's right, exactly.
At the parts you haven't seen yet.
That's right.
Oh, that's funny. Jennifer says, my sister and I always describe paint colors with DMC colors. That's so true. I used to do that when I was right in the middle of using a lot of DMC.
Yes.
But I don't use that much of that kind of color anymore. So.
Or when you're explaining a car you saw and it's like, oh, is this DMC color?
That's right.
And that only works to other women who stitch, because I tried saying that to my husband and he's going, what?
Yeah, exactly. Like there were some new colors that came out while I was designing to begin with, and I think they all started with 3-7, and then they went to 3-8.
Yeah,
the 4 numbers, and I couldn't keep them. But I remember 367, one of my favorite greens, and all the 500 series, and the purple. I love that 554.
Yeah.
So I know the language. That's really funny. Maria Neek says, "Good evening to you too. These little cottages are superb."
Oh, good.
Thank you, Maria Neek. Bisous to you.
Yeah.
And Teddy Pat says, do the cottage chart list the DMC equivalent to the silks? No, they do not. No. But the colors on the front of them and also online are so well, like they really represent the colors. So you can find those equivalents, no problem.
Yeah.
They're all done in silks because I love working in silks. I'm so sorry, Teddy Pat.
Yeah. And actually, you go to Google, and if you do, floss conversion, Krynic Moire to DMC, you'll get a floss conversion.
That's and needlepoint ink, I think also.
Absolutely.
So, Brenda says, Lisa, I sewed the same.
I think we all are.
Aw, you guys are just so sweet. I don't know how many people are here. Can anybody tell?
I wasn't even looking.
Can you tell?
I've lost the connection. So
let me know how many people are here waiting for the end, which is our stitch along pattern.
Yes.
Okay, so we have some other things that are new.
Absolutely.
Now, you guys will have noticed these before. So, it's not like the people in the chat group know about these, unless they were not part of our chat group until at the time that these came out. But 44. Thank you.
Yep,
thank you. That's enough. Just one.
44. Yeah.
44.
Good.
Thank you. It's so cute for us to know. That's all. I did want to mention that we have 2 stitch-alongs.
Yes.
Stitch-alongs have come out, and they are available on our website as well under new. Now, if you've already got them, no problem. But there are many people who didn't get them or wanted them.
Absolutely.
So we have given them a lower price than we would ordinarily, because you have to choose your own fibers. And that's fun, but a lot of people feel that, hey, if I don't know the colors, I'm going to use To hell with it. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Did I say hell?
You did.
Uh-oh. Okay, to heck with
Yeah,
it.
at least it wasn't something else. But yeah.
Anyway, so the ones that we have put out, one of them was called the Queen Bee Sampler from
Absolutely.
last year.
Yes.
And we finally got this one up. And it is still a color chart.
Yeah.
But Lisa has put in all of the stitches that are in this pattern all the way down here. Some of the specialty stitches, they're in their
diagrammed. Yeah.
So she's enlarged the last pattern so that all the diagrams are in there, and just checked over some of the directions because mine aren't always perfect.
Well, they were pretty good, but I tried not to get too into it and write, use this many strands or use that many strands, because then that's taken
away from the creativity.
That's right.
Right?
Yes,
because everybody wants to be creative.
Yeah.
Well, go for it, you guys. And then there's this one, which was requested. There's no place like home. This one was a request from, I don't know, several people here a few weeks ago, as I recall. And we've had some people also asking on email. So because this one is very relevant right now.
Yes.
So we thought, well, let's make sure that we do this summer.
Yes.
Because this is the time when we need that kind of thing. So it's called
Absolutely.
There's No Place Like Home. And since you guys know these patterns, it doesn't really matter. You can still buy one because everything is in there, except of course all I did was print the front cover.
Yeah.
The rest is blank. And those are the other two that are new on our website under the word new.
Absolutely. Yeah. Carol, I know the mail has taken a lot longer than normal. I'm thinking it's probably twice as long as what it was before the pandemic hit. So, yeah, it's up to a month.
And we're sorry.
Yeah.
We don't want it to happen like that.
Absolutely. But
we do send them out right away.
That's right.
So, sorry, Carol Reed.
Yeah.
Jennifer says, gasp, I can now get the past
Yes,
stitch-alongs.
Yeah.
Yes. And we really want to be sure that we bring all of them out.
Absolutely.
So we started with last year's summer, I think, and we're going to be moving through last year. Except for this summer, we had two that are really relevant.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so we'll probably do those as well this summer.
Exactly. So this is this time, and then coming up will be Stay Home and Stitch.
Mm-hmm. Patty says some packages are quarantined for 2 weeks.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, so I guess they think that that's how long the COVID takes to,
Get
die.
off packages.
Yeah, get off packages. I guess so. Well, whatever they do, they're keeping us safer. So I guess we just have to be patient.
Yeah, and now we just need to stop all those party goers that...
Yes. What about those young party goers? Never mind that we were once young party goers.
Exactly. But, it wasn't... When we were young and partying, we didn't have this thing happening.
We did have some horrible virus, though. We had
did.
the HIV virus.
Absolutely, but it wasn't
fun.
No, it wasn't fun. But you knew how to prevent that one.
So true. Oh dear.
Oh dear. And we do know how to prevent this one too, except for some people aren't following.
That's right.
Guidelines.
That's right. Just wear your masks, okay?
That's right. Wear a mask and wash your hands.
So Jennifer says, I have a package in quarantine hell from another country. Quarantine hell. That sounds like months. I'm so sorry. Oh, Carol, I'm so glad you still have something to stitch. Speaking of something to stitch, I'm giving you the last installment of our stitch along. Got to get to this before the hour is over. We're talking and talking and talking. Thanks for your questions. This one isn't complete because I couldn't get that all complete, like the one I'm going to show you on the video right now. It isn't complete, so there's still the heart diagram in here, but there's going to be some suggestions as to how to make the daisies in this particular design. As you can see, these are large daisies.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are 3 ways I believe you could do those daisies.
Absolutely.
You could do those daisies with very wide silk ribbon or any kind of silk ribbon, any kind of ribbon really.
Yes.
All you need to do is make a stitch and then widen out the ribbon so it lays on the fabric. Mm-hmm. So that's number 1. The second way to do this is with a fair bit of thread, like either pearl cotton
or 6 strands of floss.
6 strands of floss.
You want it to be thick.
Yep. And it can be white, of course, but you can also use other colors if you prefer.
Mm-hmm.
So those could also be lazy daisy stitches,
Yes.
rather large ones with thick thread. Finally, you could also take the shape and try to see if you can make cross stitches out of those
Yes.
patterns, or out of those petals, I should say. That means you basically just cover the inside of the outline of
Yeah.
each petal. And I thought of another one,
Oh,
which is still lazy daisies, but you can, for instance, do a large lazy daisy, then do another one inside that lazy
absolutely.
daisy.
Yes.
And if there's still space, do another one or just a line inside that lazy
yes,
daisy.
that's, put a straight stitch line inside the lazy daisy. That would look nice too.
And the tacking stitch should not be long. Okay, make the tacking stitch very short.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that the outside here, you don't get those long points, because that's not the point.
Yeah, that's not the point, to have a point.
So that's them. And then the printing says, he loves me a lot. And that's what the words say, but you can put any words in there that you like. So keep that in mind. Do we have an alphabet?
No, we don't.
We don't. Okay,
We don't
so I'll
have an
put
alphabet.
an alphabet in here later on, because it's not going to be released until I'm ready. Okay, and it's not quite ready yet.
It's not quite ready. Okay.
I'll get a little chart that gives you a backstitched alphabet that you can choose some other words if you want to. Okay, so have you got the idea?
If I got the idea, I'm just looking at the. Thanks for keeping us busy.
Okay, and then up above Jennifer's.
Stitch.
Well, at least I still have something to stitch.
Okay,
Okay, so that's where we were.
Okay.
And then Jennifer gave us a horrible thing about people dying. Yes.
Okay.
Mary says, thanks for keeping us busy. You're welcome.
Exactly.
Oh, Tricia loves it.
That's right. Or make them with beads.
Yes. I forgot about that. That's
Absolutely.
another great way to use them. I've done that for lazy daisies, putting one inside the other.
Yeah.
Why not use an outline or a backstitch and then fill it in with satin?
Yeah.
Cynthia, brilliant.
Absolutely.
You guys, I knew that you guys would enjoy the challenge of coming up with a way to make those big flowers. And I think the daisies are going to be the thing that sets this apart from all the others.
Absolutely.
Each one of you has a creative idea as to how to make those leaves. And if worst comes to worst, make an outline and just fill it in with some cross stitch.
Yeah.
Right? If you don't know what other stitches to use. But everyone here has got great ideas.
Absolutely. And Sarah says she has a great idea and hope it works out. We do too, Sarah. Love to see it.
Love it too, Wanda. Thank you so much. And all of you have come up with some wonderful alternatives so far. So I'll try to type those in so that other people get the benefit of your suggestions.
Yep.
Are you done?
I think it's time.
I think it's time.
It's been an hour. I have many things to do.
Oh, I'm sorry to keep you from your, appointed duties.
Hey, not at all. No, this is part of the fun, but it is time to move on with the rest of the day. So
it kind of is. And thank you so much for all of you for joining. And thank you for keeping us in stitches. We really appreciate you more than you know. Really.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And all of you are friends.
Yeah.
After our 2.5 years together, I don't know. It feels like we know each other
quite well.
Really well.
Absolutely.
And thanks to the new people that come on board too.
Yep.
Great weekend. I'm so glad, Jennifer. Yay, started this weekend.
All the best, everybody.
All the best to everyone. And what we have to do is end.
Yeah,
and then we have to end again.
We have to, okay, I'm ending here.
Okay.
But, we still have the hand up, and I'm going to end there, and then I'm ending again.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.